Look, I'm going to discuss what it feels like to be the short, small man. And it's particularly tough if you're an ectomorph, where everybody's bigger than you physically and intimidating. To be physically impotent by presence. It's too small, too weak, too passive. No aggression, no assertiveness, and we know why. He has no power in his body, he has no presence. I'm talking about Elliot Rodger. I'm using him as my example because of the manifesto. Elliot was very small, Eurasian kid. What it feels like to be harassed and bullied by the jock. And then in addition to that, see the jock, the very same jock that bullied you, harassed you, insulted and embarrassed you, ganged up on you, called your names, ridiculed, mocked, etc. And then watch that same obnoxious brute jock chatting up all the women on the campus. What's that like? What's that like? And the question is, how do you regain your manhood, my friend? That's the problem. How do you reclaim and regain your manhood? This is the problem. The first thing that's required is you got to know what you're dealing with. Where am I vulnerable? You have to make the case against yourself. Where am I vulnerable? Be your own harshest, severest critic. What do I look like? How do I behave? You have to learn how to listen to yourself as you're doing it. You have to develop courage and boldness. You have to learn how to roll those dice and stand right behind them and ask for what you want in a clear, direct way. But to do it, you have to be in tremendous shape. There's no other way around that. But you have to, when you train, don't be a fool. If you don't have the physique to build quality muscle that you could put on a show, it doesn't matter. Get that monkey off of your back. Don't compare yourself. Jealousy will kill a fool. Comparison will kill a fool. Pride cometh before the fall. It'll kill a fool. Every man is the captain of his own ship as far as the Church of the Transmutation is concerned. But to do that, it takes courage. To do that, you have to listen. To do that, you have to be instructable. You have to be willing. You have to develop the will. We're trying to train the will and the mind to make them work in concert. We're trying to create habits by route to knock off the insane, horrible, afflicting fear and terror that grips the short, small man in the presence of your taller man, who will intimidate by presence, who will intimidate by size, who will intimidate by tone of voice and everything. But the short, small man has to know this, or we can't help him. If you're outclassed, get out. There's no other advice. There's no practical advice at all. Get out! If you're outclassed, get out or be destroyed. That's what we're talking about here. Now, it's not so easy when I talk. The only way to do this is to know yourself, and the way I'm talking about it, know yourself hard. To know yourself hard, directly, and who and what you are. You get a lot of feedback out there if you listen. And it's the important thing we're talking here about, developing the ears that can hear, the eyes that can see, and the will that can affect the behavior. All I offer you is the hard, grueling training. The hard, grueling training will get your name back, to take your name back and reclaim your manhood from all the projections, how you run from your bully and projected vengeance by identifying with hero figures, celebrities, sports figures, whatever the hell it is. They're garbage. They mean nothing. Take back the power. Own yourself, man. Win the right to be the master and the captain of your own ship. That's what we're talking about tonight.